I love you. Welcome back to the Couch Potatoes. I am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leon. This is a podcast in movies about TV.
Yep.
What? This is a podcast about movies and TV. I'm not sure what I said the first time. And it's called Green and Faceless on the Couch. Welcome back to the Bond playlist. I think we both could say that we were pleasantly surprised. I did not look up any reviews beforehand or anything. I just know that I wasn't very impressed with The Living Daylights. And
yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was boring as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It was forgettable.
Yeah.
It was forgettable competence. It was a spy movie.
This, I'm gonna say right up front, is a good movie. It's
pretty good. Yeah. It's the 16th James Bond film. I will say, normally when we get to the end of these little tiny playlist segments, we talk about our favorites. There's only 2 in this moment. So I will say that, I won't say which one I mean, it's obvious. This one already gets, it's better than the last one. But I will say that it's not in the running for overall best or overall worst. Neither of them are. They're both middle ground James Bond films for me.
I see.
There's been better, there's been worse for both of them.
This one, I really liked. It definitely, it might be in the running. I have to go back through the titles. We've watched 16 of them.
They all blend together.
Yeah, especially the Roger Moore ones.
I only remember, that's true. It's so very true. I only remember tiny bits of each one.
Yeah.
And usually they're not the good bits. Goldfinger is now just that's the one where Bond rapes a person.
Yeah, that one was sure fun. It was so good up until that point. Oh, God.
Yeah. It really was. Oh, it's weird. But this one is License to Kill. It is a film that has it's the end of an era. Let's say that it's an end of an era in many ways. It's obviously Timothy Dalton's last James Bond film. He only did the 2. Right. It's also the last film directed by John Glenn. He directed the last 5 or something like that.
Wow.
He's been in it for a while. It's the last to feature Robert Brown as M. So that's sad.
Dang.
He's gonna go away.
But Q is still kicking in the next one?
I guess. I mean, it doesn't say anything about the last being with Q. It is though the last that Caroline Bliss plays as Miss Moneypenny.
Wow, well that's too bad. I mean, not that they really gave her that much in these 2 movies, but
right.
Yeah. I guess if they get a new Bond, they might as well change the Moneypenny, whatever.
I guess. It is also, I'm reading here, the last to feature the work, this is all from Wikipedia, so don't sue me, of the screenwriter Richard Maybaum, the title designer Maurice Binder, and the producer Albert Broccoli, all of whom died in the following years.
Oh,
so lots of change going forward from here.
Albert Broccoli has been with the project from the beginning. I remember, yes,
it's crazy.
Very, very, very fondly, his name popping up onto the title screen and the giggles that ensued.
Hey, don't worry, the giggles will still ensue because I'm pretty sure his daughter just takes over after this.
Okay.
I think because there's still been a Broccoli name.
She was whoever this woman that you're speaking of was on this. I think Amanda Broccoli. Not sure.
Barbara Broccoli.
That's the same as Amanda. Yeah.
Yeah. She becomes producer from GoldenEye onward.
So GoldenEye is the next one when we come back 2 years from now.
I think so. I'm not sure on that. It could be anybody else. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it is Pierce Brosnan. That's for sure.
That is for sure. I just don't know if it's his first one. I assume so.
I have no idea. This is License to Kill. And we're going to talk about the plot now.
I guess. Yeah, it's immediately establishing right off the bat that it's going to be a completely different type of Bond film. It's not going to be a spy film, and the way it does this, I mean, it has the big intro, of course, but the theme, how they all have their big long theme song thing. the beginning is all different. Like, you know how they do like the dots across the screen, and then Bond walks across and turns and shoots,
Yeah,
and then the blood runs down. They did it, but the background music was different.
Oh, was it?
It wasn't the normal like. It was a completely different like background soundtrack, and I was just like, I was watching the whole thing like, this feels wrong, because it was different.
Huh.
And then and then there is like, you know, their big action opener, which is fun. I really enjoyed the action opener.
It was good.
Yeah, Felix Leiter is getting married.
Finally,
we're bringing him back
to the longtime character Della, best friends with Bond. I'm just kidding. This is the first that we've really met Della, but they're getting married and it's a big deal. Bond is the best man.
Yeah.
Felix Leiter is again played, not in the last movie, I don't think.
No.
But he is again played by, where the fuck is he on this goddamn cast list?
David Hedison.
David Hedison.
Who he Grover Cleveland this part. He was the 5th and the 7th.
Just like fucking
Felix
Sean
Leiter.
Connery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this franchise really loved Grover Cleveland. That's what we're finding out in the background of everything.
So, yeah, there's a wedding that's supposed to happen, but the DEA contacts them for some reason, being Leiter, being like, hey, we're going to get Sanchez. And Franz Sanchez is played by, I was just talking about Robert Davi. I think it's Davi, but it might be Davy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Might be Davy. He's the Goonies guy.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
He's in the Goonies. I'm pretty sure that he played the serial killer in Silence of the Lambs as well.
You're talking Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he was Buffalo Bill, was he?
I thought he was.
I don't see that movie on the list.
No, it's not him.
That was Ted Levine.
Oh, does he at least look like him?
I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. Why did I think he was in that movie?
I don't know. I only know him from the Goonies. I mean, I'm sure he's been in other stuff. Like it says he was in Die Hard.
Yeah,
but I don't remember him from Die Hard.
He was one of the FBI agents.
Yeah, and one of the Johnsons that gets killed in the helicopter.
Yeah,
but like I don't quite remember him from that role. Although I can picture him now that I realize it's him. But yeah, he's always just been the Goonies brother, like the one of the villains with the older brother, the more Mo-ish,
right?
Three Stooges, like. Or I guess maybe he was Larry if you're calling the mom Mo. I guess maybe the mom in the Goonies.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like maybe.
Yeah. So he would be more like the Larry character.
Unless Sloth is more like Curly.
That's fair. In which case he would be more like Mo.
That's right. And Mom would be more like, what's his name? Shim. I was going to call him Shade, and I was like, that's not right. I want to reference things, but I can't remember anything.
We know our Three Stooges references. I used to love that show, watching the Three Stooges when I was a kid.
Yeah, I can't watch it anymore. I don't know what it lost for me.
Yeah.
But
it was a weird obsession of mine. Always coming home, and then they were on, I don't remember if it was Smash TV or whatever it was called. Spike TV. It was Spike TV. It was on
Spike? Oh, well, we caught it on TV.
Oh, right. James Bond. That's right.
Yeah, that's where we were at. So, Sanchez, Robert Davey.
Yeah, that's right. The wedding was going on. And Felix Leiter wasn't there because he was chasing Sanchez.
He was
up
chasing,
in the air.
Yeah, and they catch him by Timothy Dalton putting like a cable around the airplane, the tail of the airplane from the helicopter, and they just lifted the helicopter up, the airplane up. Which I think actually would work.
It would.
It was insane.
It's just goofy. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
because he's in a full suit and tie. Timothy Dalton is.
Yeah,
but he also has like the big beefy harness around him to so that he doesn't fly away.
Yeah.
So it just looks really goofy.
They both have parachutes on, being James and Felix.
Felix.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
God, where's my brain? I left it on the table.
It just seems wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, here, I got it now. I'm gonna scoop it up, put it back in. Just imagine an orifice on the side of my head. What do you call those? I forget.
Ew. Ears?
Yeah, that one. It's back in my ear now. In my head, I mean. So we'll see if that helps. So, in this movie, Sanchez gets out because he's very well connected. And after the wedding, he kidnaps both Felix and Dela.
Felix's wife.
Yeah.
That's right.
Churchill.
Name.
That's her
But
last name.
I will say it's important to the plot. We can't leave out the wedding gift. Bond is gifted for a lighter.
That's right.
By Felix Leiter.
That's right.
As his wedding gift.
And
It's a really hilarious moment.
It says, from Felix and Dela Leiter, we love you, James. Something like that.
It's so sweet.
It is
so
very
sweet. When he's just like,
yeah, and it's like, oh,
James is looking
nice.
at it, and you can see in his face, he's like, I have friends.
Yeah.
Oh.
Timothy Dalton, he's a sweeter Bond, I think. Just
he's
bit.
way less goofy, that's for darn sure.
Yeah. So, anyhow, they get kidnapped. Dela is raped and killed, apparently, off screen.
Yeah, potentially raped. There's a throwaway line that... At the same time, like, it's a throwaway line, but it's like it could have just been goading just to piss a man off.
It could have been. This came from the henchman Dario, this being Sanchez's right-hand man, played by Benicio del Toro, very young.
I did not recognize him at all until you mentioned it earlier, like 5 minutes ago.
It was really weird. I was like, that looks like Benicio, but it can't be, right? And then he talked.
It's really fucking funny.
He had that like long lilt that he has. And I was like, oh, it is him. That is him.
See, I recognize the goofball from the Goonies, but I don't fucking recognize Benicio del Toro, who's in like I guess one of my favorite movies, but
I think
Sicario.
He's in a lot of really good stuff, I think.
He's in a lot of movies, yeah.
Like The Usual Suspects. He's good in that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah. And he was even good in the Star Wars. No, I haven't seen Sicario yet.
Oh, we gotta do that someday. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
The Denis Villeneuve playlist.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, sure. So, that brings us back to the show.
James Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah,
We're
Felix
really
Leiter, poor guy.
Yeah, he gets beat up and half fed to a shark. And, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So...
Yeah, because...
I really thought they killed him. I really did. I was like,
I thought they did too, but like...
Because you said it was
Sanchez
dark.
has that line where... He has that one line where he's just like, this isn't the end, Felix. This is your first day of the rest of your life. And I was like, so you didn't kill him? Like, I was so confused. But then
a little bit.
They do show him. Bond comes back to the residence where Felix is supposed to be at, and he finds Felix still alive, but severely maimed.
Mm-hmm.
But Felix's wife, who had a name, which was... Dela. That's right. I keep forgetting it. She was already killed. So
she was, yeah.
Then the movie jumped ship from being a spy film to become all about a revenge story,
and
which I can follow those better.
Yeah,
my brain didn't shut off. I was able to be like, oh, there is a goal, and there's no goofiness to get to that goal. It's just.
After that Lazenby movie, I don't remember what the movie's called after the Lazenby movie, but the one where Sean Connery comes back, and it's the revenge plot. That was also, I remember, an enjoyable movie. Like, it really works for this character.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because it's easier to follow, I think,
Maybe.
too. At least for me, because spy films, they jump all over. Plot A gets you to plot B, but it's like all the pieces are by themselves something totally different, and I just don't care.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it's just like, you know, there is a line to follow, and I'm more comfortable with this pathway, and so I'm able to just join Bond on this journey of revenge. I'm just gonna be like, yay!
Yeah,
I can just watch you.
It's pretty great.
Do what you do. You have a license to kill, although that gets revoked in this movie.
That gets revoked by Robert Brown, who returns as M.
Yeah, for his last film.
Yeah,
that's gonna be weird seeing new M's going forward.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, but
like, who the fuck are you, man?
Yeah, is it gonna be different each time? Is that what you mean?
I don't think so. It might be one actor. I haven't researched. I'm just saying, like, just seeing a completely different actor that's not this guy.
I got pretty used to him in the last few films, but yeah, it was a big shift. Like, it took me just even a long time to get used to Robert Brown as the character. 'Cause,
I know, right?
But he is like a softer character than the other M as well, just slightly, just ever so slightly,
just a bit, just a tish.
We still have Q in this movie, played by Desmond Llewellyn again, which is awesome. It's always great to see him. But I don't know how. I mean, he's been in every single fucking movie. It's fucking insane. And they also brought back the Moneypenny from last time. Where is she? Carol Bliss.
Yeah.
So, okay. From there, James infiltrates Sanchez's, he tries to get hired by Sanchez so he can get close.
Yeah.
And he fucks up his whole drug operation, and a lot of really great things happen. It's a pretty, like, there's some gruesome things that happen, too. Like...
There's some it's much darker than Bond's been in a while.
Yeah, for sure. So there is the guy, Crest. Yeah, Crest is I'm trying to find him in the cast list.
Oh, a ship captain guy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That guy?
Right.
Yeah, Anthony Zerbe.
Zerbe. He... Crest is like an oceanographer, ex-shark hunter kind of guy. But he's not.
Yeah.
He really just helps smuggle these drugs and shit. But, they put him in a decompression chamber and blow him up. And I know I spoiled that, but damn, maybe somebody needed a trigger warning, okay?
Do you remember that there's another Bond movie, I don't remember which one, where they blow up the villain like that, where they just, like, make him blow him up like a balloon.
Right,
like,
I don't remember.
I can't remember which one it is. But that one was also dealing with drugs, I believe. It was the one set.
Oh, he was two different characters, like the bad guy was him in makeup.
Yeah, because it was in like Harlem or something. Yeah. Like there was moments in Harlem. Right. And then they went to Louisiana. Right. It was that one.
Oh, man. I don't remember what that was. The movie was called, and I don't remember the character. It was Mr. Something, Mr. Big.
Mr. Big. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this one looked better though, but only because they didn't focus on it as much.
Well, it was through a little window, so that helps.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
But there is a weird like continuity editing thing that they did with this character as well. There's this time where he shoots a gun and jumps across the screen 6 inches. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. I didn't catch it. I will be honest. Even though I was more interested in this one, there were still many moments where I was on my phone or reading a book because I was still mostly bored with it. But it was more interesting than the last one.
It was much more interesting, and I don't want to give away too much more of what happens. That's pretty much it. A revenge plot. They do what they can to fuck up this person as much as they can. And
the lighter does come back into play. It's very important.
It is very
a good
important.
Symbol.
Yes.
It was a funny joke and a good symbol.
Okay. Let's do some closing statements. There's a couple things that I am not a big fan of in this movie. For example, the character Sharky, who's supposed to be one of Felix's close friends, they kill him off screen, and say that they make a joke out of it, like that he got chewed up by one of the sharks that they have. And he's like, and his name is Sharky. Do you believe that? But he was definitely put there. He was one of the few black cast members, and he was definitely put there to get killed early in the movie. And
just like wife Della.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the movie, Felix Leiter doesn't even fucking care.
No,
they're at this party. Oh, that's another thing. We didn't even talk about the two leading women. Which we should probably definitely do. So
we should definitely talk about Pam Bouvier.
Yes, Pam Bouvier, played by Carrie Lau.
She had beautiful hair.
She did have great hair, and she is part of the CIA and also infiltrating Sanchez. And her and James kind of team up and do it together. Do it together.
They do that too.
And James also does it with Lupe Lamora, who is played by Talisa Soto, who is Sanchez's forced girlfriend. She got in somehow in this relationship, and now she just can't get out, and she has tried and failed and gotten people killed doing it.
She was Katana in Mortal Kombat and its sequel.
Interesting.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Maybe we should sequel smash those someday. So
we already? I feel like we already did.
No, we just did. We did a stare go and for the new one.
The new one.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man, I just feel like we watched Mortal Kombat recently. But no.
So
I really do like Lupe Lamora. She is she was an interesting story, whereas Carrie Lau, Pam's Bouvier, was an interesting character.
Right, I agree, and it's not to say that Lupe isn't an interesting character, but the story is interesting and gripping, and could have had something very powerful happen at the end for that, but it didn't. She did help James. Reluctantly, because she is very scared of Sanchez.
Yeah, she has rights to be.
Yes, of course.
The very first action of this movie, the way James and Felix catch Sanchez is because she had escaped from him in a way,
right,
and was sleeping with somebody, and he found out, and he went and killed that man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And in the process got seen, and the DEA was on him really fast.
Right.
So
that is how the movie begins. Bouvier, doesn't get added to the film until much later, but they both
but she's a pretty badass character.
She is, for sure. I appreciated her being a strong character until the end of the movie. The end of the movie, there's this party scene, and basically both Pam and Lupe are vying for James's love at the same time. And it's like, come on. It's just that was kind of really unnecessary. And this Lupe woman just got out of a horrible relationship. Like, why do you even have to play that angle? Just put him with Bouvier.
It was weird on her angle. It was right on Bouvier and Bond.
Right.
It's like it was a good moment for them because they had built up a nice relationship, and you were expecting this culmination to happen. Yeah, Lupe being in the Bond too was just like, that didn't need to happen. Like, no, they didn't need to go there.
No, I don't think so. But that being said, I really enjoyed it. I was actually super surprised by the film, and I think I give it 100% a full face. I don't think any James Bond movie is going to get a face and a half. I don't know. We'll see when Skyfall comes around. Skyfall was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, Skyfall might get it, but no, this one I think I give the last one 2.5, and so I'm kind of forced to give this one 3 because it is better.
It is.
I think in retrospect I would just put the other one down to 2 and give this a 2.5, but that's whatever. It doesn't really matter. But it was fine. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. But at the same time, it's just another James Bond movie.
Sure.
So It is much more interesting. I was able to follow it, and I remembered at the end of it just being like, I really like this one. But now, 3 days have passed, and I'm just kind of like, Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it's like mellowed.
Yeah,
I think I was more surprised off the bat.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, okay, you're sitting down, gonna watch a James Bond movie. In fact, I intentionally pulled out my computer to play Civ before I played the press play. And I watched it by myself, too. That was almost to ensure that I didn't fall asleep. But I wasn't going to fall asleep because it is actually an interesting movie. Yeah, the other movie was boring as fuck. Like, I
agree.
That's why I pulled out my computer, because, like, I waited, like, 45 minutes in, and I was like, I'm starting to get tired. I'm going to play this game. Because I don't really have another time to watch this movie.
You got ADHD, that's just like me. Where it's just like, I need to focus on something else for a few seconds, and like this just keep going in the background.
Yeah.
And it's just, but this one was much darker right off the bat. You got sharks eating people and people getting tossed in the grinders and the decompressed dude exploding. Like, it's some good stuff. Yeah. It is some good stuff.
And something that we talked about last time, I like Sanchez as a villain because he is scary and intimidating, like a good Bond villain should be. But
and also the guy from Goonies.
He's also the guy from
Goonies. That's all I could see.
But he also isn't like super over the top like some of these other early Bond villains. And he also isn't like just trying to take over the world or blow it up. I mean, he is taking over the world, like, financially. He's trying to build his, but he's just a businessman, a very cruel,
a drug dealer,
and so that's the show.
It's nice. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I was just gonna say it is nice. It's like he is intimidating. He's more like suave confidence too. I like that in him. Mm-hmm. He had a bit of that like New York confidence where he's just like strolling around. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Like, it was good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that's it. As we said at the beginning, this is the one that wins the Timothy Dalton
Definitely.
2. We'll come back to Bond sometime or other, but next week we'll have a brand new episode. Yeah. A new journey next week. Join us, won't you?
Yes, please. So we'll see you then, or Thursday,
Indeed.
Or never, or if you didn't like this.
Or never. Yeah,
but please do come back. If you did like it, you could join us at patreon.com/green and faceless. We're really trying to grow a community there that can vote on, things.
A garden of potatoes.
Yes, we love the potatoes. All right.
Join the potato garden. Join it.
Is the show.
Yes, I am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leone. Safe travels and good night. Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of FictionWorks 19. Are you a fan of the show? Feel free to contact us at greenandfacelessfans@gmail.com or visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or rate us on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening.